Good evening. I am Rika Dry. Welcome to tonight's class. We are just going to do a quick run through as to how you need to start on this module to unlock your assessment. We're not going to deal with any content. Just for every person who was waiting in the lobby, we did admit you tonight, but in future, we're not going to admit you because if you join with your MyLife email address, you will gain direct access and not wait in the lobby. The only way we can verify that you are indeed a student and registered for this module is if you join this meeting with your MyLife email address. So in future, please take note. Tonight will be the last time that we allow anybody into these classes without them joining with their MyLife email addresses. Okay, so please allow me to share my screen. So just in short, the module responsible lecturer for this module is Miss Antoinette van Niekerk. She's also in the meeting tonight. And I am the course coordinator over the first year modules at UNISA. So for the law practitioners and then the higher certificate and the chartered accountant route at UNISA. Ms. van Niekerk is also supported by Professor Annelien van Rooyen, who is also assisting as lecturer on FAC 1503. So basically, when you open your module site on MyUNISA, the screen that you are currently seeing shared is what you should see when you open it. So at the top, you will have frequently asked questions, prescribed material, official study material, logs. You will have announcements, additional resources, and then your assessments. Now, in order to gain access to your assessments, the first thing you need to do is click on Introduction Video. In this section, Ms. van Niekerk recorded a video where she explains how you should go about navigating your module site. So please, if after tonight's presentation you are still unsure, go back and watch this video that she made for you. You can also read the transcript. Under the majority of videos posted on your module site, you will be able to find a transcript of the video should you want to print that out and make additional notes or read through the transcript. So first thing after this video, there's a start here section with administrative information on this module. Please just read through this. I don't know if any of you have seen on your announcements that they are showing that they are locked. They are not locked for reading. They are only locked for discussion replies on that announcement. So you are able to open those and read those. Please mute your mics. Thank you. Okay, then there's a first year experience. Please mute your mics. Okay, under the first year experience, Ms. van Niekerk uploaded 2 videos that you can watch. Please just go through that. She uploaded some information on students with disabilities as well. Sorry, MyUNISA has been giving me 502 bad gateway errors all day. but the moment I refresh, it goes away. So if you have a disability, please go through the information. You're not going to automatically receive any additional time, etc. It's something that you need to apply for. Sorry, please mute your mics. Sorry, I'm just going to stop sharing and mute everybody. Okay. Hopefully we can now continue again. Okay. Then under the module overview, sorry, my UNISA is extremely slow today, as I've already mentioned. There's some information for you. Please just read through it. There's a file explaining a few things about the module that you can go through. Some detail as to how you should study, reasons for people failing this module, why this module is important for you as law students, what you need to study, how to study, some of the terminology that you will find in this module. So please just go through this module. We've also included some different study methods that you can go through. Sorry once again for the bad gateway. It seems that this is going to happen a few times tonight. Then there's a discussion forum where we asked you to just quickly respond as to why do you think this module is important for a law student, in terms of what do you think you will see when you're practicing law that relates to accounting. Now, there's lots of examples. For example, if you go into property law, there's financial contracts that must be created, valuations that must be done. Please mute. Then insolvency law is another example. Law of damages, you might. In the house. Please mute. Sorry. So there's lots of examples as to why you can benefit from this module, other than solely for the benefit of doing your own set of financial statements when you are opening your own practice. No. Okay, in terms of then unlocking your assignments, the first section that is important relating to that is Introduction to FAC 1503. So there's information on how you need to contact UNISA. Your tutorial letter 101 is included there. We've included a section on ethics. Please go through this. We are taking academic dishonesty very seriously, and the university are expelling students when caught out and found guilty. This module is not that difficult that you cannot pass it on your own. So please work with us and do your own work. It is perceived as academic dishonesty when you ask somebody else to assist you on an assignment or a test or an exam. We are expecting of you to do your own work. Where you can ask for assistance is on your self-assessment assignments. That's okay. But on a formal assessment, you are not allowed to ask for assistance. By then, you are supposed to know the work. If you struggle mastering any content, please ask your e-tutors. You can contact your closest regional center as well and inquire about face-to-face classes. And you can contact your lecturers as well. We are more than willing to assist you if you struggle with anything. Then you will see that some of these lessons in the menu on the left-hand side has little locks in front of them. So that means that you have a preceding lesson that you need to complete before you can continue with that one. So the moment you complete ethics and accounting, just want to go back and show you how to complete a lesson. So on this lesson, you have a YouTube video. It's a motivational video, so please watch it. But then once you've watched the video and read through this letter, please click on the end of lesson button at the bottom of your screen. When you click on that, you're not supposed to get a bad gateway like I'm getting now. In a perfect world, you are supposed to get a congratulations, you reached the end of the lesson. Let's see if refreshing will give us the correct page. Sorry about this, but at least you can see that when you get an error like this, you need to refresh and see if it goes through. This time it takes a little bit longer than the previous refreshes. But basically, once you click on that end of lesson button, a screen pops up saying, congratulations, you have reached the end of the lesson. And then you can go back to the menu on the left-hand side, and there will be a green dot next to the lesson that you've completed. And you will then see that the lock on the next lesson would disappear. Doesn't seem like this wants to go through now. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so once you've done that, the next lesson that will unlock is your module outcomes. Here you can see at the end of the learning outcomes, there isn't a button to say end of lesson. There's a button called interpretation of terminology. That means that this lesson consists of multiple pages and that you will have to go through every page. And the last page in this lesson will then have a gray end of lesson button for you to click on and then to move forward from there. Now, once you've gone through all of this, the unlocking my module, assessment dates, your study plan, how to calculate your year mark, you will reach a quiz to unlock the first module content. Now, this is an administrative quiz. I hope this will now go through without a bad gateway. You need a mark of 80% for this quiz. This quiz will ask you questions like, do you have an examination paper for this module? Is there a prescribed textbook? Is there a recommended textbook? On what date does assignment 1 open? On what day does assignment 2 close? It will also take you through different question types that you will see on this module. For example, a numeric response where you need to type in the correct number. It will give another example of a question type would be a true false. Now my modules is down, it seems. So it will give you true false questions, multiple choice questions, and then another question type that we use is called embedded close questions. Okay, so once the quiz opens, this is what your first page will look like. Here you can see in order to unlock the first content of this module, you need to obtain a mark of 80% for this quiz. So I'm going to click on a preview quiz. Let's see if it goes through so that I can show you some of the questions that you will get. Now, here you will see the pass grade for this introductory quiz. We just said it's 80%. Do you need internet access for this module? May you email us with any email address? Yes or no? Now, every single one of these questions. If you've answered it incorrectly and you review this assessment, you will receive the correct answer with an explanation of why your answer was wrong. So there's no reason why you cannot pass this quiz. And please do not stress about this quiz. You've got unlimited attempts. So start it, do it. If you fail it, look at the solutions we provide and redo it. There's absolutely no reason to stress about this quiz or to fail this quiz multiple times, especially since we provide you with the solutions. I just quickly want to take you through the questions on the question types, and I can show you what those question types will look like. As already mentioned, you will most likely see true-false questions, multiple choice questions, numeric response questions. Okay, so this is an example of a drag and drop question, but for some reason, the image is not there yet. Okay, so now it's fully loaded. So in a drag and drop question like this, you need to drag whatever is below the table and drop it in the blocks where you feel the solution should go. So we are asked to indicate whether these numbers in the table are odd or even numbers. So 2 is an even number, so we can drop an even. A 3 is an odd, 5 is an odd, and 6 is an even number. So with a drag and drop, you are provided with items below the table and you need to drop them into the correct table, open block that's provided on your screen. These types of questions works better on a laptop, so please rather use a laptop than a phone to answer your assessments and your quizzes. So here is an example of a true-false question. Let's see what comes up next. Okay, so here is an example of a matching question where you need to match the one column to the first column. So in a question like this, you will be provided with a main answer where you need to, for example, match a definition to a word or a transaction to a journal, or the indicate whether an account will be debited or credited in a specific transaction or something like that. Then let's see what's the next question type that comes up. So this is an example of a multiple choice question where we now need to just indicate which of the following is an odd number. So in this question, it would be number 3. And then our last question type, I believe, would be the embedded. No, it's a numeric response. Okay. So here, with a numeric response question, you need to type in a number as an answer. Now, in accounting, although we are working with rands and cents, in this type of question, you do not use the rand sign. And if you need to indicate cents, please do it with a full stop and not with a comma. And you will also always be given instructions. Please read those carefully. Sometimes we will tell you to indicate a decrease in something with a negative sign, or we will say indicate a debit with a without a sign and then a credit with a negative sign. Or we will tell you please round to the nearest rand, then you don't indicate cents. So please make sure that you follow these instructions. Otherwise, your answer might be almost correct, but you might lose marks because you didn't follow the instructions. Okay, then on the rest of this quiz, you will have answers on your assessments. When does it open? When does it close? Do you have an exam? Things like that. You have questions on your final mark and on your exam. Once you've submitted this and obtained a mark of 80%, then you can scroll down to Learning Unit 1. So just before we get to Learning Unit 1, you will see that Tutorial Letter 101 has been translated into Xhosa and Northern Sotho. If you want to read it in those languages, please go ahead. And some of the accounting terminology has also been translated, and we've uploaded the glossaries of those as well. So it's not compulsory to have a look at the glossaries, but you are more than welcome to use those. And if you use those, please drop us an email to say, just tell us if it helped you or how we can further improve on it if you feel we could. Please help us in terms of improving these glossaries for future students. So then on Learning Unit 1, once you've finished this quiz with an 80% mark, the lock next to your compulsory reading will disappear. Now, the compulsory reading for a learning unit is basically your study guide. So this is something that you can download, you can print it, you can save it on your computer, you can work from a hard copy if you want. Very important to go through this, read the theory, memorize the theory, please. What we find in accounting a lot of times is that students feel they need to understand something, but then they didn't memorize the rules. So please go through this. Learning Unit 1 is very theoretical. So under Learning Unit 1, there's some lessons with videos. Your compulsory reading section should be marked completed the moment you open and download and save it. Thereafter, you can open your first lessons where there's podcasts and there's videos that you can go through. Please go through these. And then once you've completed everything, and please make sure that you do watch the videos in full, otherwise the lesson will not be marked completed. The system does pick up whether you actually watch the video in full or not. Then once you've done that, please click on the End of Lesson button. Then it will be marked completed and you can go on to your next section. So in section 1.6, you will find a couple of podcasts, etc. You will see there's a next page button, which means that section 1.6 consists of multiple pages that you need to work through before you can get to the end of lesson button. Same with section 1.7 to 1.9. Please go through those. Once you've completed the lesson on section 1.7 to 1.9, you will see that there's a self-assessment exercise for Learning Unit 1. You need to submit that self-assessment before your compulsory reading for Learning Unit 2 will open. Then from there, same basic principle, you need to go through every line item, and once you've gone through everything, submit your self-assessment for Learning Unit 2, and once you've completed self-assessment for Learning Unit 2, your Assessment 1 will unlock. So that's basically in a nutshell what you need to do to unlock your assessments. Then in a week's time, we will have another lesson where we will then discuss the accounting equation, which is basically the content of Learning Unit 2. So please go through it before the lesson so that if you do not understand certain concepts, that you can ask any questions on that. All right, so that is basically it from my side. If there's any questions, please raise your hands and Ms. van die Kerk will then take the questions from here. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much, Miss Dry. I really appreciate your time so late in the evening, and thank you for a thorough indication of how the students must go um, through this site. I hope it was of help to everyone. We will upload the recording or send a link to the recording, so please don't worry. I've been in between. I'm very sorry I couldn't look at the chat. I was more mostly accepting people in the lobby and in between on Telegram, trying to get people in. So yes, but this is a quick Q&A session, so you are welcome. Let's start with our first hand, Mohammed. You can unmute yourself.
Hi, good evening.
Yes, good
Yes, good
evening.
evening. I don't know if you can hear me clearly.
Sorry, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Um, I just wanted to ask, is there any way where I can get like questions, like past questions on this accounting module?
Um, you will see in your tutorial letter 101. Um, I think I did mention that in the chat. I'm not sure. Sorry if I didn't. That we specifically say that there's no a prescribed textbook. However, there's a recommended one. And then we also indicate to you that where you can go via the library site to get the online version from the library. That will have additional examples in if you would like to look at it. So yeah, I hope that will be of help. But otherwise, I think just make sure you watch the videos, like Miss Dry also said, until the end, and also, of course, use that self-assessments at the end of each learning unit to make sure that you test yourself and yeah, ensure that you have the knowledge for that learning unit. I hope I've answered your question, Mohammed.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time.
It's a
Really
pleasure.
appreciate it.
It's a
Thank you.
pleasure. Thank you. Okay, the second hand, I'm not going to try and pronounce your name and surname. I apologize. Siyavuya, if I'm correct. Uh, you can unmute yourself. Can you hear me? Oh, you muted yourself now. I think you are unmuted now, but there might be a connection problem. Yes, there you mute yourself and unmute. So, would you maybe want to log out and log in again? Just indicate if you can with a thumbs up. As okay, I was fortunately going to go on. Oh, thumbs up, thank you. Okay, so sign in again, log out and sign in again. Okay, the second hand is, oh my gosh, Grace. Yeah, Grace, you can unmute yourself.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, good evening.
I missed the point with regards to the TL translations. Are we supposed to go through all three different languages, or is it fine if we just pick one?
No, no, you are welcome to pick one. Primarily, I would recommend stick to the English one because
Okay.
you will, of course, get your questions and assignments in English. However, where you are stuck and you don't know, just unmute yourself. I'm going to quickly mute everyone. Grace, you can unmute yourself. I was just muting the rest of the people.
Oh,
So
okay.
basically, where you're not sure or you don't understand a terminology or sentence or something, then you can go back to one of those translated learning units for additional assistance. So it depends all on you.
And then the green dots that we should receive, they don't matter for the other two languages.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. I think if I remember correctly, I am on the site. Let me just go there. It's the 101 translations.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you will see there's a mark as done button at the bottom. If I can let me quickly share my screen.
Okay.
Then you guys can see. Okay. Can you see my screen? Please mute yourself. Thank you. Grace, can you see my screen? You are muted.
Snap. I can see it.
Okay, I trust the others can also see it. So you see here's a mark as done.
Yes, ma'am.
So that will mean because it's gray, it was already opened and so on. So you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Okay, then Mona Claire, you can unmute.
Yes, thank you so much. Good evening.
Good evening.
I just want to find out, are we going to have any lessons for this module? Because it's all good and well to listen to the videos and read the information, but we have questions and we don't know where to direct these questions to.
Okay, of course. Now, remember, I just first want to tell everyone, apologies if I've already said it, but please read your assignments thoroughly. Sorry, not assignments. Apologies, announcements thoroughly. I also send out SMSs quite often. You will have an e-tutor that you will be grouped with. Monacle, I'm just going to mute everyone. Then you can unmute yourself. Oh, thank you. Okay, you can unmute Monacle. There's what you can do in the meantime, of course, is email us or me, one of the lecturers. There is a dedicated email address on the online site in your introduction. It's the FIC1503 at unisa.ac.za email address. It's also in your tutorial letter 101. Should I put it in the chat for you as well?
You can.
Okay.
But I wanted to just find out, ma'am, you know, like when you're going through the material, sometimes you have multiple questions. Is it not too much to be continuously sending emails? That's why I was hoping that we would have classes.
No, you will have classes. Ms. Dry did also mention that. Sorry, I was still coming to that. I just first wanted to say about you can contact us, and if you haven't been grouped, please read the announcement that has been posted regarding student support. And then we say e-tutors. There at the bottom, you will get Mr. Joseph Satole's email address. So you guys can just give him a week at least. Shame because he's allocating for quite a few modules students to e-tutors. But then send him just an email and ask him to group you, and he will do that. And then, of course, you have to interact also with your e-tutor, please. We would really like that. So remember, you interact with them on the site, on the e-tutor site, not via their personal email or contact number. I got a question like that today, so I just thought I would say that. I heard that the students that are a bit how can I say, they don't understand there's a difference between what do they call it, a student support like an e-tutor and the assistant. Now, please mute yourself. Thank you. The assistants are mostly taking, how can I say, part in assisting with all the emails. However, with eTutors, they are only online on the eTutor group site. So though they are available, just your group you will give. You will get. And then that group you can go to and ask questions there for your e-tutor. And okay, then we're coming to the classes. We will be sending weekly or every second week announcement, and I will also try and send an SMS if the system allows me. To give you guys a heads up regarding a class. Now, that will be like a formal class, like you are asking. So, no, we will definitely have classes before the assignment and then a Q&A session after the assignment closed, where you can ask your questions. I hope I've answered your question and hopefully a lot of others.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Okay, now we have Malawu. Sorry, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
So I wanted to ask, how much percentage should we get for each assignment, and should we do should we do the full learning unit one in order to open the first assignment, and are the assignment quiz like?
I think you muted yourself.
I was asking, ma'am,
Yes.
how much percentage should you get for each assignment?
Okay, I'm going to show you now. Let me just share my screen. It's on your module site. It's just that you guys can also see where to go. That's why it's so important to go through each and everything. Here, under the introduction of FAC 152, FAC 1503, like Ms. Dry also mentioned, this is a very important lesson because it contains basically the questions you just asked me. Here you will see the dates and information, and here you will see assignment 1 weighs 10%, assignment 2 20, 3 30, and so on. And we
Oh, okay. And
also, yes,
can I also please ask, are the assignments quiz-like or?
do you remember Ms. Dry referred to this quiz to unlock your first learning unit?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, there she also explained to you also regarding the type of questions that there are that we can ask you, like MCQ or that fill-in questions where you just fill in an amount, sometimes with your decimals or without. And of course, embedded close. So if you work through this quiz properly, and then you will see the type of questions that you can expect, hopefully in your assignments. And also, yeah, don't ignore the self-assessment at the end of each learning unit.
Oh, so it is like quiz-like questions.
Yes, but
Oh,
be aware that it's not going to be very easy, because yeah, MCQ can be very easy or it can be very difficult. So yeah, but I'm sure you guys will do fine.
okay, ma'am. One last question.
Yes.
Which study units should we do for the first assignment?
Okay, let's go back. I think it's here. Again, I'm not sure. Let me just make sure. This internet is also slow on my side. Let's see. But okay, since it's not opening so quickly, let me then just answer you. Oh my gosh, sorry, I have to quickly admit people to the lobby. Okay, let me see. Ah, there it goes. Okay. Here you will also see your assignment 1 is about learning unit 1 and 2. Assignment 2, learning unit 1 to 3. So there you will have an additional learning unit. And also take note, we indicate where you will be proxied via the Moodle invigilating. Okay, so like I said, this is a very important lesson to go through and read everything, please.
Okay,
So
thank you, ma'am.
Sorry, ma'am.
it's a pleasure.
Sorry,
Yes.
sorry to interfere, ma'am.
No, it's fine.
Can you please explain to me what Moodle investigation means?
Invigilations.
Oh,
It's like your proctoring tool. What it means is you will just please take also note of this announcements that we posted regarding that. You will have to upload a photo of yourself. I don't know, have you done that yet? On your MyUnisa site?
no, I haven't.
Okay, just please make sure you read the announcements. There you will see we also explain there regarding the Moodle proctoring, how it will work. And that's also why we are giving you 3 Moodle proctoring assignment so that you can practice it. What it does is basically your camera, you will have to use your PC or computer or whatever device and make sure that it has a camera. So your camera will have to be switched on, and that means the basically that they will record you while you are taking the assignment online.
Okay.
So that we can check for any plagiarism or cheating where you know some people, the way they move their head or whatever. I don't know precisely how to explain it, but basically it's just to prevent cheating. It's like, I don't know, some of you might have used some of the other proctoring tools like Iris or so, is an example. But yeah, that's basically, this is just the Moodle invigilation, which is a proctoring tool. But just go, let me see, where's the announcements? I just want to put it
Sorry,
on.
ma'am.
Yes.
My question is also on this part. I just want to get clarity. Using this tool, the Moodle Invigilator, are we allowed to consult our notes that we have compiled ourselves while we are busy doing the calculations, or is that also out the window?
Unfortunately, well, ethically, no, you're not allowed to consult your notes. And that's also why we're using the Moodle proctoring, so that we will see if you move your head around or you look down or so on. So actually, like I said, ethically, we do not actually allow that, but that's all going to be your own choice, of course, whether you want to be ethical or not. But I wouldn't recommend that. Like Ms. Dry also said, UNISA takes this very seriously if you're not ethical. I hope I've answered your question.
Hey, ma'am, can I ask another question, please?
Yes.
Can you please explain the mandatory exam assignment that we're gonna have, because of I understand the quiz. So since it's accounting, are we gonna have the answer sheet whereby we have to record our answer, or how is it gonna look like?
Ma'am, it will be like I mentioned that Miss Dry also, please mute yourself. Like I mentioned this introduction. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. Let me quickly share it again. Okay. Like I said, this introduction to FIC is very important. Sorry, you were. Ooh, please mute. Guys, please mute yourself. Sorry, ma'am, just repeat your question again. It was about the
About
questions.
The mandatory. Yes, how
Yeah.
is it gonna be like the mandatory test?
Yeah. Okay. That will, like Ms. Dry said, and like I explained earlier to one of the gentlemen, if you go to this, the quiz to unlock your content, which you have to obtain 80% for. Remember, this doesn't count any marks. You can attempt this as many times as you want to if you don't get 80%. So you will see in this quiz, there's examples of types of questions you can get. So just
Okay, I
attempt the
understand.
quiz.
I thought
Okay.
maybe I thought maybe the mandatory means you're gonna have an answer sheet whereby we have to fill in. So if it's more like quiz and other things, I've done that, then it's fine. I get it.
Okay,
Thank you.
but remember that like embedded close questions, which Ms. Dry also mentioned, those can also is basically fill in questions as well. So we can give you for example, a whole bank reconciliation, and you have to fill in the bank reconciliation. So remember, you guys must be careful not to just think it's going to be MCQ or so on. So just make sure that you understand the work and that you practice daily. But you will get into it as we have the classes and so on. But yeah, I hope I've answered your question.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's a pleasure.
Sorry,
yes.
One last question then. I understand that this is a quiz, but then let's say that we want to calculate the answers without doing a guessing game. Are we allowed to have a piece of sheet on the side plus a calculator so that we work through the answers?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, sorry, I didn't even think of that. No, that's of course, like VAT, for example, something like that. Now, of course, you can work that out on a sheet and so on and have a calculator. That's of course allowable. Thank you for that question. I didn't think of that. That's a very good question. So, I would say, yes, it shouldn't be a problem. Have I answered your question? Okay. Oh, just in general to say to you guys, to notify you rather, at the date when, or the day when the assignment, we call it compulsory assignment, for example, closes. Let's say it closes at 4 o'clock. After 4, you will be able to view the answers and see the calculations and references to the learning units to see where you went wrong with your answers. So just take note that it won't be available while in those 3 days that the assignment is open. So just take note of that, please. Okay, next person.
Can I ask something quickly, ma'am?
Yes.
It's in relation to the assignments and the tests as it's put. I understand the issue of the assignment 1, 2, and 3, but then my question is on test number 5 and test number 4. I see it's 2 dates, the 30th of April and the 13th of May. Are we going
Yes.
to be grouped into two groups, one for the
No.
30th year and the other group, or how does this work now?
Okay. I don't know if you guys have heard about an elective assignment. It's basically, okay, let me explain it like this rather. We have the time test or the assignment 4. Now, if you couldn't attempt assignment 4, you can attempt assignment 5 because we call that one like it's like an elective. And because it also covers the same learning units. Okay, and let's say you did attempt assignment 4, but you want to better your mark by trying to
Okay.
do assignment 5, you are welcome to do that as well. So it goes both ways. So you can do both and then see in which you got the best mark in, or if you missed assignment 4, you at least have another opportunity by doing assignment 5.
All
And
right.
just also take note there will be an exam during the May-June period. So yeah, you guys must just take note of that.
Oh, that was my next question.
Yes, I just want to say something quickly. Once we have more information regarding the exam, we will put an announcement on the site. Yes, sir, your other question?
No, that was my other question to say, I do all these 1, 2, 3, and 4 or 5. Then there will be the exam. This does not
Yes,
count as the summative assessment.
yes, sir, that is
Oh,
correct.
all right. Thank you so
Ma'am, is
much.
the exam a written exam or a multiple choice exam or
It will
both?
it will basically be like your compulsory assignments,
Okay.
but it may be a bit more difficult, of course. Like I said, we can give you long type questions that you literally have to fill in and so on. Like just make sure you look at the type of questions, like I said in that quiz.
Thank you.
And then, yeah, of course, and see and make sure that you also take note of the type of questions you get in your compulsory assignments.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Okay, we have
Sorry,
so
ma'am.
many hands. Yes. Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm sorry to jump the gun. I just want to know if we are allowed to use cell phones because my PC has a problem right now.
Currently, yes, but we don't recommend that you download the Moodle app. Everyone, please take note of that as well. We would rather recommend you go to, let's say, Google Chrome, and then via that access the MyUnisa site.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
And log in there, and then where you can't see or where the questions cut off, or for example, if you work through the quiz and one of the examples or something cuts off, just turn your phone horizontally, so then it will help you as well. But try and see how quick you can. Yeah, I hope you get your PC fixed soon.
Yeah,
Especially when it comes to invigilation.
I just want to add here, accounting
Yes.
is extremely difficult on a small screen because we do provide you with lots of information. It's much easier when we give you a scenario and you need to, for example, do a bank reconciliation like Ms. van Niekerk said, if your information is on one screen rather than having to scroll all over the place to try and answer the question. So if at all possible, please rather use a PC than a phone.
Thank you, Ms. Dry.
Can I
She's
just
more the
ask a question very
person.
quickly?
Yes, okay, just wait. Sir, were you done? Sir? Okay, I think he was done. Thank you for that, Miss Dry. Sorry, you were saying I don't know who because there's so many hands.
Hi,
Who's yes.
can I just yes. I saw that on the other lessons that we had that we were asked questions about the other lessons that we had, and then there were type of questions that we had, and there are some other questions where we have to calculate and use their calculator. So if we are being procured, my question is, what if I'm there having my script and I'm calculating and then I'm looking on that paper and the camera is capturing that I'm looking on the paper, but I'm actually calculating using my calculator. How is that gonna work out?
Okay, like I said earlier, maybe you weren't in yet, to one of the gentlemen, is that no, that is understandable and allowable, of course. Remember, I haven't used also the Moodle proctoring. That's why we're having a few test runs with you guys as well. We will also be testing it from our side. But no, that is of course allowable for you to look down and do your workings on paper and use your calculator.
Okay, thank you, Ms.
Pleasure.
Van
Guys, there's quite a few a few hands and we're running out of time. So let's start just with the first hand. Moleboeng. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your name correctly. You are first. Moleboeng. You can unmute. Okay, I think she's having trouble. Let's go on. Shishiwe. You can unmute. Yes.
Good evening,
Good evening, sir.
I was listening to Ms. Dreyer regarding the type of questions that may be asked on the system. In the situation of someone like me, I'm visually impaired. I'm 100% blind. When it comes to dragging, we can't do that. So I'll have to ask someone with eyesight to do that. Will that count against me?
No, sir. Sure.
Antoinette, I
Yes.
think the best way forward here is please go through the route that we spoke about earlier, where you need to make the university aware of your disability, and then you can make special arrangements. So I would definitely suggest that you do that, because then you can say, if they give me a drag and drop, I will need somebody to assist me with this, and then it won't count against you.
Ma'am, I have made university aware, but in terms of the accounting one, this is what I know I'm in group E, and I know I have my teacher assistant there, but again, there's no other way. So this is what I'm making everyone aware of now within that teaching group, the lecturing group. It's just something I can't overcome. There's no solution for it, besides what I've suggested.
Sir, like Ms. Dry said, as soon as the university knows about your situation, they will make provision for that, and they will notify us as well. We also get a list, and they will arrange with you via a special program on a computer or something, for you to actually be able to do those questions. If there is a drag and drop question, for example, and also we will never penalize you. Remember, they have ways in which they can assist you. These people are trained and know about or know how to assist people with different disabilities. But if you don't get assistance further, you can also send an email to the FIC 1503 email address that I posted in the chat.
Okay.
And
Alright,
then we will take it also, but like also take note, we can't do anything from our side. If besides take note thereof and also see what we can do. But yeah, I hope we've answered your question in a way.
I'll do what you've suggested, but I'm just, yeah, it's kind of a problem for me. I mean, but yeah, it's
Sorry,
partially
sir.
answered, but we can't finish it today. We can move on. It's fine.
I just want to ask, sir, do you know, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, you know about Auschwitz?
No, I don't.
Auschwitz?
What is that?
Okay, go on your UNISA site.
Yes.
I don't know if I will be able to see it, find it quickly, but they are specifically there to assist. Oh my gosh, now I get a bad error. They are specifically there to assist
Okay.
students with disabilities. Let me see. Let me check quickly if I can spell it at least correct.
May I ask? Could you probably drop that on an email? That'd be easiest for me on my UNISA email. That'd be easiest, and then I can follow it up
Yes.
from there.
Can you email us, please, and just say that you about your disability and that
Okay.
that you were in the first class, and just
Sure.
for me to remember who it is, and then I'll
Okay.
give you the link and
The
everything.
necessary information.
Yes.
Okay. Should I send directly to you and Ms. Dryer, or is it fine
No,
that
to
way?
the FAC 1503 module address, please.
Oh yes, yes, that's what I'm referring to.
Yes, yes, to that one, yes.
Okay, I'll do that. No, thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure, sir.
Right.
Okay, further, guys,
Hello.
we're almost out of time. Yes.
Goodness.
I
Hello.
shame. Yes. Good.
How are you? Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, I would like to ask Memne.
Yes.
I joined very late and I struggled to get to the module itself. So I heard you speaking of the how do you count and whatnot, but when I check, I don't see all those things. But I did see you shared you did share your screen, but I don't find it on my side. Where do I get that? But I do see the other things like the introduction, and then I heard you talking about the videos. Or if it's not possible for you to answer, were you making a recording so that we can post the recording and then we get it from there? Because we are a lot of us who didn't join earlier on.
Yes, no, like it's no problem. Like I said earlier, we will make the recording or link to it available via an announcement. Please, guys, make sure you read your announcements on a daily basis. I don't know how fast the notifications come through to your My Life email, so I would strongly recommend check your announcements each day. But yes, no, we will put it up in an announcement for you guys.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay.
So the recording will be posted. Maybe how long that will it take, during this week or next week?
No, definitely during this week. I will try and see. Today's Monday. Hopefully tomorrow or Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. That's all.
It's a pleasure. Okay, Shame Moleboheng. You have
Hi,
been
ma'am.
waiting, yeah, the whole time. Yes. Okay, there's someone else. Sorry, yes.
Hi, ma'am. I also wanted to ask with the invigilation part, because I didn't get it quite well, so I just wanted you to go through it again.
Will it be, can you rather listen again to the recording just to save some time, because there's so many hands still and we are over our time, if you don't mind?
Okay, ma'am, there's no problem with it.
Okay, if you're still not clear, just send us an email to fic1503@unisa.ac.za. I did put let me put it again in the chat.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. It's a pleasure. I apologize. It's just to save some time. Okay, yes?
Okay,
Hello,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Um, I remember you talked about academic integrity. So I wanted to know that if we memorize and write what we memorize in the test, is that seen as presenting someone's work?
No, because remember you're memorizing it from the learning unit, for example, let's say learning unit 1. No, that's different, definitely different story and not plagiarizing, because we are asking that specific question which is in your study material. The difference is where, let's say, someone writes the same but makes a mistake which you are also making, which is quite, you can specifically see, listen, this two people were writing this off from each other, they were plagiarizing. So I hope that makes sense.
Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
Okay, pleasure. Yes. Seshwe? You can unmute, Seshwe.
That was Shweshwe, ma'am. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name correctly. Yes, you can go ahead.
Good evening, ma'am.
Oh, is this Seshwe?
No.
Okay, can we just first take a hand?
Okay.
She's up first, then we'll listen to you.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I was the one asking about the memorized question. To memorize,
Oh, sorry. Okay, you can just lower your hand. Sorry about that. Okay, next person is Ntukokuma. I can't see the name. Hello, you can unmute yourself. Okay, guys, please mute yourself. Okay, next person is Siyavuya.
Ma'am,
Yes.
can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is this recording will be available under our forum notes, because I wasn't present during at the beginning of this meeting because of network.
No problem. Yes, the recording will be available. We will post it in an announcement still this week as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Pleasure. Okay. Next person, please unmute. We are all almost, we're 7 minutes past our time. Yes. Ntukokuma?
I wanted to ask
Yes.
that as a student with no background information on accounting, how are we
Yes.
supposed to approach this module, ensuring that we practice?
First, I can give you not good news or bad news, or just actually, I think rather good news, and tell you you're not alone. Almost, I think I can say, more than, let's say 90% of the people studying LLB that have this module didn't have any accounting background. Some even didn't have mathematics grade 12. So you are not alone, and that's why we created this online site with additional videos and explanations and exercises for you to be assisted. And that's also why we have our e-tutors that you can read, your e-tutor that you can reach out to, and then of course to us as well. And you will see how the lessons go, and then from there on you will be able to determine how, how, if you understand the basic principles of the module. And if not, then notify us and we can make a plan to assist you.
Okay, thank you.
Our pleasure. Okay, I don't know, Ntukuma, you are not unmuting. Kuleka?
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I wanted to find out about the e-tutors. How do we communicate with them? Like I'm struggling with that.
Okay, I'm glad you're asking. Okay, I don't know that you guys see the announcement regarding the student support, namely the e-tutors. But what you do is you get access. Once you get access to your e-tutor site, that you will see that the e-tutors will probably have already an introduction about themselves and so on, and they will also post not video recordings, but exercises and additional assistance for you guys. So I would say you just go on the site, and they will indicate to you if there is a forum that's specifically for questions that you can ask, and then you can just go to the forum and ask your question. So just make sure you read also through the information on your e-tutor site, because they will also upload information and say where you have to go and so on. I hope I've answered your question. Okay, I think I have. Okay, yes, next person.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you are breaking up a bit.
All right, it's me. I was in
Sir, we can really not hear you. Will it be okay if I ask you to rather listen to the recording? I don't know how come your it's making quite a noise.
All right. You still hear me now?
Gaza, yes. Welcome.
All right. So I'm saying I wasn't even available at the beginning of this meeting, so I'm having some gaps here and there. But my question is very short. How can I be able to unlock the assessment during that day? I think on the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my question.
Okay. Okay. I would then prefer you also again to rather than listen to this recording afterwards, because Ms. Dry, who presented first, she's our module coordinator for first years. She explained everything in detail so that you can see where you have to go and unlock and how you unlock until you can get to your assignment one, and then only on that day the assignment will open and at least you will have access. So for me to go through that now will take a bit of time, unfortunately. But like I said, we will upload the recording on my on my modules, but under the announcements of FAC 1503 semester 1 for 2025.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Sorry about that, sir. Okay, next person.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, I believe that the answer that you just provided to the question that was asked just gave me an idea of what is going to happen, because I heard that we are going to receive the recording, but I was still worried that am I still going to be able to unlock the first assignment. But I believe that in answering his question, I was also answered. So thank you so much.
It's a pleasure, sir. Alternatively, you can also just watch the introduction video on the site as well, if you don't want to wait until the recording is uploaded. Let me just quickly share my screen. It is. Can you see my screen?
No. Yeah.
Okay. You see, this is the home page, like we call it. And then if you click here, there's a video going to open that you can watch. It's an introduction video on how to navigate the site. And if you go down, you can also see here's the video again. So if you don't want to wait until we upload the recording, you can also just watch that video.
Okay, no, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Imanzini?
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Okay, fine.
Hello,
And you?
ma'am.
Sorry.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. I just want to ask about the answering of the questions. Because I did this quiz, I did not get feedback or marks, but I received the correct answers. So I just want to know, do we have to answer exactly the way we were given the answers? Like, for example, when they say, what is account receivable? Do I have to put it in my own words or exactly as it is?
You can put it in your own words, but there's certain key words that needs to be there.
Okay.
So I also assisted the student earlier this week regarding the same question. Like I said, you can learn it out of your head. Let's say a definition of an asset as an example. But if you put it in another way, but it has that specific terminology, yes, but also certain terminology that's relevant just to the definition of assets, then you will be fine. I hope it makes sense.
Yes, I do understand. But my problem is I did that quiz. I wrote using my own words, but I did not get feedback.
Okay, is that the quiz you had to get 80% for?
Yes, that one.
Okay. Okay, no, you won't get any marks because it doesn't count any marks. It's just the exercise for everyone to familiarize themselves with what's going on the module. Is there a prescribed book or not, and so forth. So
because I got worried. I thought maybe everything I answered is incorrect. But when I check comparing the answers I received back, it's almost the same. It's just the putting of the words.
Oh, okay. No, you should be fine. Just make sure the calculations that you are correct.
Okay.
Or that it's the same.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you much, ma'am.
Pleasure. Pleasure. Okay. Ntukuma.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
How are you? Yeah, I promise my question won't be that long. I
No,
just want to
fine.
So I see for test 4 and 5, it's open for 4 hours. So on the expectation, how long is the test? How many questions do we expect to get from that assessment? Including the exam as well.
Sir, we will give you more information nearer to the time. That is still in the pipeline. We are still making decisions regarding that. So we will give you more info nearer to the time, and the same with the examination.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Okay. Guys, okay, we still have only 5 hands. Okay, let's stick with these 5. Ntukuma, you are not unmuting. So, Siyavuya, are you there? Siyavuya? Yes, Siavua. Okay, it's also not. Okay. I'm going to lower their hands. Okay. Ntukuma, going to lower her hand. And then we are left with Matubulu. Bula, sorry. Matebula. Yes, you can unmute. Matebula. Okay. So then we just left with Amanda. Yes.
Amanda.
Yes, Amanda.
Yes,
you can go ahead.
I just wanted to ask like a very simple question. You keep speaking about an e-tutor, and you're saying we should access the e-tutor site, but you're not very much specific on where the site is.
Okay, I will quickly. Oh, I'm still sharing my screen. You see, if I log now into my UNISA and I selected my modules. So just like you click on this to get this site, the FIC site, the drop down list that you will get. You will get not so long drop down list that I have, but you will see, for example, this is an eTutor site. You see it's the module code, the year, the semester, and then 7E is your eTutor site. So you go click on 7E. Let's hope it opens and that there's no problems. Just to give you an indication, it looks like your basic site like this. Okay, this eTutor has not been activated yet. So you see there's no welcome message yet. But like you can see, there's announcements, additional resources, and here also they will upload certain information and so on. So, and they will also indicate where you can ask questions and so forth. So you just go to your My Modules drop-down list, and then you look for FIC 1503 25 semester 1, and then a number with a E. Pleasure. Okay, we're almost done. Pundi?
Hi, I just wanted to
Yes.
know, I've been trying to follow the study plan. Are we required to follow those dates provided there?
No, you can. That was just a indication and some assistance that we thought would help. But of course, you know, with registrations, everything changes and the dates are not always the same. So no, you can have your own or draw up your own study plan. It's no problem, especially since I know you guys have other modules as well.
All right. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Okay, last person is Tanisha.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I would just like to find out when timetables will be available and how to access it.
Is that for the May-June exam?
Yes.
Unfortunately, that will only be available at, I would say, in May. Yeah, during May, because remember your assignment 5 is still, I think it's the 13th of May. Yes. So from there on, I would say from middle May, you will probably get more information regarding the examination and the date.
Okay, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Okay, the other two people's hands that were up, I assisted. So I think we are done. So thank you everyone and for attending, and thank you again, Ms. Drive, for your assistance as well, especially with the technical stuff. She's very good and our expert in that. Okay, this is the last question. Yes. There? Oh, shame. Thanks for the hearts and the claps. Okay, the person has lowered his hand. So yes, please let us know, email us if there's something, and then we will see how we can assist you. And please read the sites. Look at your MyUnisa sites under announcements or notices. I'm not sure exact wording they use. And yes, and please make use of your e-tutors. So guys, please take care and have a wonderful evening further and a blessed week.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you, ma'am.
Pleasure. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Wow, too much.
Ooh, I think I must leave.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you.
Have a blessed night.
Thank you. Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Cheers, guys. Please check your announcements, baby. Right.